All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about something really cool, how you can launch your very own custom AI agent and get this without writing a single line of code. We're going to be looking at a platform called Raia to see exactly how they make this happen.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're kind of on the outside looking in on this whole AI revolution? You see all this amazing technology, but it just feels a little too technical, a little too out of reach for you or your team to actually use.
Well, if you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. Because the truth is, building custom AI agents is notoriously complex. For most companies, it's this huge technical wall that just stops them cold from tailoring AI to do what they really need it to do.
But what if there was a simpler way, a different path? Well, this is where the Raia wizard steps in. It's designed to be exactly that, a simple path to building some seriously powerful AI.
So what is it really? Think of Raia's wizard-based setup as your personal guide. It's a tool built specifically to take that tangled, messy process of creating an AI agent and straighten it all out into a simple, step-by-step experience that pretty much anyone can follow.
And the promise it makes is a big one. This isn't just about a nicer-looking screen, it's about changing the whole game. We're talking a guided process, which means way less complexity. It means you get precision in every single build, and maybe most importantly, you get consistency and governance across your entire AI workforce.
Okay, but how does it actually work? Let's peel back the curtain and take a look inside this guided journey to see how an agent really gets built step by step.
The whole thing is broken down into 6 really clear stages. You start with the basics, like choosing a role, then you give it information, instructions, skills, all the way to the final overview and launch. And here's a detail I love from the source material. There's a progress bar that follows you the whole way, so you're never lost or wondering what's next.
Now let's zoom in on step 3, because this is where you make the agent smart. You can feed it knowledge with simple text instructions, upload documents, or even just point it to a website. But here's the really wild part. You can have AI optimize the instructions you write. It'll clean up the grammar and tone to make sure your agent understands you perfectly. How cool is that?
Then, over in step 5, you give your agent its superpowers. This is the skills configuration. Want it to text your customers, or handle emails, or jump into a live chat? You just add the skill. Needed to connect to other tools you use with things like webhooks or API calls? You can do that right here with super simple prompts. You absolutely do not need to be a developer to make it all work.
So the process is simple. We get it. But why is that such a big deal for a business? Let's dig into the real-world benefits, because this is where the guided approach really starts to matter.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It says it all. Before, building custom AI was complex and technical. It was slow, and you basically needed a team of specialized AI experts. The wizard approach flips all of that on its head. It's guided and intuitive. It's super fast, and it's built to be team-friendly. That's not just an improvement. That's a total transformation.
The first huge benefit? Speed. We're talking accelerated deployment, because the wizard is handling all the complicated technical stuff in the background, all that gnarly prompt engineering and API work. Your team can go from an idea to a launched agent incredibly fast. Plus, it gives you smart defaults and templates to get you started, so you're never staring at a blank page.
Next up, collaboration and compliance. Because the process is so structured, it's super easy for different people to work together. Your business expert can pop in and provide the knowledge, and then your tech person can configure a specific skill. And with automated checks built right in, it helps make sure everything is compliant and follows the rules before an agent ever talks to a single customer.
And finally, we have scalability. This is the real game changer. It's not just about building one perfect agent. Once you create a setup that works, you can clone it in seconds, tweak a few settings for another department, and boom, you have another agent ready to go. It also makes it so easy to go back and update your agents later, keeping them sharp as your business grows.
And that idea of scalability is so important, because the real goal here isn't just about building a single agent. It's about building and scaling an entire AI workforce, moving from one helpful assistant to a whole team of them working together.
You know, this quote from the source material just ties it all together perfectly. It says, Raia's wizard-based setup streamlines AI agent creation into an intuitive, guided journey, drastically shortens the time from concept to deployment, empowering organizations to expand their AI initiatives with minimal fuss. Minimal fuss. I love that.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? The crucial point is that building powerful, custom AI that is perfectly suited to your business, well, it's not just for a handful of tech wizards anymore.
That barrier to entry has been smashed.
And that really brings us to the final thought. The tools are here. They're accessible. Your AI workforce is just waiting for you to build it. So the only real question left is, what will you build first?